Last year, I played the game Final Fantasy XV. It was given to me as a gift and was my first ever Final Fantasy game. And I ended up having a good time with it. I mean, of course I would. It's a Square Enix game, and we all know they're responsible for the best game on the planet. I was planning to make a review on Final Fantasy XV, but I didn't really think I had enough interesting thoughts about it to warrant a video. The gameplay, while sometimes a bit button mashy, was good. The story was confusing as heck, and overall I had a fun time with it. When I found out there was a short animated series based off of the game, I was excited to watch it and see what it was like. All of the episodes were enjoyable to watch, and it's worth your time to check them out, especially if you like Final Fantasy XV. I have some more thoughts on each episode though, so let's start off the reviews by talking about episode 1, Before the Storm. The episode starts off with a flashback to Noctis' childhood. Lying in a pool of blood, he looks up at an evil Hydra monster towering over him, expecting to die. But his father is able to jump in at the right time and save the day. Noctis then wakes up from his dream to find himself in the regalia with Gladio, Prompto, and Ignis as they make their way to Kaim. They take a pit stop though to grab some burgers, and Gladio and Ignis have to babysit Noctis and Prompto as usual. Their antics are interrupted when a quake trembles through the earth, caused by the landing of an Imperial ship. Noctis shares some backstory, the bros hang out some more, and they hit the road again the next morning. As they're driving, they run into an Imperial ship landed on the middle of the road. The four guys spring into action, taking out the robots really easily because they literally can't fight. But it turns out it was all a trick, and the Imperials unleashed the true monster they had been hiding, the Hydra that almost killed Noctis when he was young. He draws his sword back and charges at the creature. And that's where the episode ends. So right now there isn't all that much to talk about. The story was pretty much just the guys hanging out, though I am wondering if they're going to elaborate more on this Hydra monster stuff. Everything was pretty well done in this episode. The art style keeps a good balance between the realistic 3D animation of the game and the cartoony 2D style. And while the animation can be a little clunky at points, it's pretty standard for most other animes out there. I mean, look at their beautiful spiky hair flow in the wind. Along with that, the fight scene at the end showcases the best parts of this show's animation. The animators were able to incorporate Noctis' weapon transforming power in a lot of creative ways. As a result, the battle really feels like something out of the game, all along with the fact that the robots are the worst fighters ever and Prompto always needs rescuing. The main thing I had to adjust to when watching this show was the Japanese voice acting. It's a little bit harder for me to judge whether the voice actors did a good job or not because I don't speak Japanese, but generally it's well done and gives off the very casual and natural feel that the English voice actors portray. I felt that I liked the Japanese versions of Gladio and Prompto better, while I preferred the English versions of Noctis and Ignis. Sometimes it felt like Gladio's English VA was trying too hard to get that manly man sound, but Japanese Gladio is able to achieve a gravelly and commanding tone without going overkill. I felt the same way about Prompto's voices too. The English version tried too hard to be energetic, while the Japanese version was able to be goofy but in a more carefree, likable way. With Noctis and Ignis though, I just ended up missing their English voices. While English Noct can be a bit edgy and whiny sounding, Japanese Noct was a little too cold for my taste. It didn't capture that rebellious teenager part of Noctis' character. Again, I had similar feelings about Japanese Ignis. His VA sounded a little too distant and emotionless. And while English Ignis gives a cool and composed performance as well, he's able to let Ignis' caring side shine through. Overall though, the Japanese version is well done, and each dub has its own pros and cons. So to sum everything up, I have good feelings about this series. Its writing, animation, and voice acting is on par with the game, if not improved in some ways, and I think it'll be a fun way to relive some of the great memories I have from Final Fantasy XV. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you subscribe so that you'll be notified when my review of episode 2 comes out. Check out my channel for more gaming content and reviews. I'll see you all next time. Bye!